you play snare drum. But aside from that, what do you like to do?
Well, most of the time, I, I like to play. I like to build my Legos.
Do you like to build with standard bricks, or do you like to get sets, like that, or like specific sets for, with instructions and stuff?
I like to build with just the bricks.
What kind of stuff do you usually build?
I usually build spaceships.
Oh, spaceships. Do you like to model your spaceships after like real spaceships that you've seen, or is it more like you like to imagine what a cool spaceship would look like?
I like to model them off a spaceship that I saw before.
Yeah. Do you model them after spaceships from like science fiction stuff like Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica and stuff like that, or do you more look at like NASA models?
Like the fiction
Yeah.
spaceship.
Yeah, you got a lot more variety in that area, don't you?
Yeah.
When you're building a spaceship, do you try to coordinate the colors of the bricks, or do you just kind of let it be whatever color and you kind of go more for the shape?
When I have more of one color, I try to make it one color.
After you've built a ship that you're happy with, do you kind of keep it put together, maybe put it on the shelf for a long time, or do you break it down and build something new pretty quickly?
I like to keep it built together.
Yeah. Do you have any that you've like kept built together for a really long time, like for years and years?
No, I don't think so, because I think most of the time they just break eventually, and I don't remember how to put them back together, so I just use the pieces in something else.
Do you do you think that having two little sisters might be part of why they break eventually?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Michael, if you could design a treehouse, and I mean, like, let's imagine that, say you could have like your uncle there or something, so like you could build absolutely anything you could imagine, so just no limits. What would you design this treehouse to be like?
I'd like it to be like flat with railings around it.
Would it make you feel a little bit nervous to be that high up off the ground?
Yeah.
If you could choose a place to go, with your family for a vacation or even all by yourself, would you choose a forest or a beach?
A beach.
Yeah? What would be the first thing you'd want to do when you arrived at the beach?
I would build something out of sand. Like a sand castle or something.
Or a spaceship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to help other people, Michael?
Like helping them work or something. Or, yeah, helping them if they're working on something.
Let's imagine that, like, the world as it is stopped being this way, and you had a choice to either make a new home inside of a cave or chop down trees to build a log cabin. Which do you think you'd rather do?
I would live in. I would build a home inside a cave.
I think I would too. Are there any things that you think would be helpful to take into the cave?
Maybe something to hold the cave roof up, just in case if it is unstable.
That's really smart. That's a really good idea. If you were a teacher, Michael, what do you think would be the subject you'd most enjoy teaching?
Probably history.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite kind of history?
Maybe world history, like big events that happened.
You play the snare drum, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you like about playing the snare drum?
I like that I can play a lot of things very fast.
Mm. I've been trying to learn, and I cannot play fast. I'm really impressed whenever I see a snare drummer now, because I didn't understand how hard it was before. Do you have your own drum there at your house?
Yeah.
When you practice, do you like to practice on the drum, or do you prefer to practice on the practice pad?
I prefer to practice on the practice pad.
Yeah. When you play the snare drum, do you wear earplugs, or is it not too loud for you?
It's not too loud.
Yeah. Have you always had the same set of sticks, or have you had different sets of sticks?
I've had some different sets of sticks.
What do you think makes like really good snare sticks? What would you look for, in a good snare stick?
I think if the head of the stick is big enough.
Mm. If you could design a snare drum, what would you want it to look like?
I would want the head of the drum to be colored white, because I like that color more than the drums with yellow heads.
Would you care what the sides of it looked like, or would you be more? Does it matter a lot more to you what the head looks like, since that's what you're looking at?
I think it matters more to me what the head looks like.
Do you feel like you'd like to have a dot on it somewhere for the sticks to aim at, or would you rather have it just be pure white?
I would rather have a dot on it.
If you could choose a language to learn, what language do you think you would choose?
Probably Japanese, because I know some people at school who knows Japanese.
Do you think you'd like to visit Japan someday?
Yeah.
If you were a photographer for one day, what things do you think you'd like to take pictures of?
Nature.
Yeah? What are some of your favorite things about nature?
How rivers can make cool shapes.
Is there anything in nature, like when you go camping, for example, that you don't like, that you wish wasn't there?
There's a ton of sagebrush.
If you could grow any kind of plant in your backyard, what kind of plant do you think you'd like to grow?
Probably a maple tree.
Do you like maple syrup?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. If you had to give your cats new names, what names would you choose?
I like their names already. I don't think I would give them new names.
You don't think you'd change them? Let's imagine, Michael, that you were sitting in the back seat of a car and you have to pick an animal to be the driver of that car. What animal would you pick to drive your car?
Probably a monkey, because I read somewhere that they're smart. Like, as smart as college students or something.
Smart choice. I might even argue, as a person who's been a college student myself, some monkeys are probably even smarter than some college students. If you had a store, like a store where you could sell things, what kind of stuff would you like to sell?
Probably food or something, like baking food.
Yeah.
Because I can do it all year around, and I don't have to change what I sell.
That's a great point. So to kind of wrap it up, Michael, my son, he's 6, he's going to start learning to play snare soon. Do you have any advice that you would share with a kid like him who's about to start learning to play snare?
Probably to practice a lot, because practicing helps you. It helps you get better.
That's great advice.